in my practice, I did half hour, anywhere from 15 to 45-minute sessions, longer if I needed to. Some practitioners are stuck in that, 10-minute slot, 15-minute slot, and they won't budge. But if you look at it, you should adjust your treatment times depending on the type of condition that somebody comes in with. If they have an easy thing and they're young, well, you can probably, treat them 10, 15 minutes and done. But if you get some chronic person, they need a little bit more of your time to get better. So, talking to practitioners when they're in that insurance world, it's a different game. But I think we really have to say, hey, what's actually presenting in my office, and I will give them whatever it takes for them to get better. And it's actually kind of disappointing when you talk with practitioners and they say, well, I don't have time. I'm like, well, don't you want to get these people better? Why not change your schedule around and to accommodate for these people, and people will pay for that. If we're stuck in this insurance world where somebody pays a copay and they expect certain things, well, it's just not as good. If you do have insurance-based patients and cash-paying patients, ask yourself who actually responds better. And I guarantee you'll say that the cash person always responds better. Why is that? Because they're invested in their own health. If you tell them to do exercises, they will do it because they're paying you. Whereas the insurance side, who cares? They come in, I pay my 10, 20, 25 bucks, whatever. The doc says, well, I don't even know if I'm going to get paid on this deal, so I'm only going to give them 5-10 minutes of my time, and then you pass them off to therapy and stuff like that. If I get paid, well, great. If I don't, well, who cares? I only gave them like 5-10 minutes of my time. That's a problem. That is a huge problem in our society, or in the way we treat people. Go in with the mindset of how would you want to be treated if you had this problem. Going into a doctor or going into a practitioner, how is it that you would want to be treated? I've done a lot of thinking, and I'm the kind of guy that will do anything for my patient, and I will try to find whatever it takes to get this person. I will learn whatever it takes. If I can't get the job done, I'll refer it out, and if they get better, I'll ask them, well, what did you do? And I'm learning that. So that's the type of provider that I want, is the one that will basically do anything for their patient. That's basically the story on how I started this company, and what I really want to achieve with this technology is share it, try it, no risk, just try it. And if you start to see the results, then it's worthwhile to you. Then it's worthwhile to your patients. Then you owe it to your patients to kind of look into this technology to see whether it takes them another level. The way I wanted to design this company was come from a very authentic perspective. When I looked at buying big ticket items, Ergonia laser, EPAC shockwave, SpineForce, all those things, what I wanted to do, basically, when I look at buying equipment for my office, does it produce the results? I mean, that's probably the most important thing. If it doesn't do anything, then I don't want it. That's the number one question you have to ask yourself. Does it produce the results? And then the second thing I want to ask is, does it make my life easier? Is it easier to treat? Is it less? Does it make it easier for me to do my job? And third thing, because it is an investment, you have to ask, do the patients like it, and are they willing to pay for it? Because ultimately we are in this to help people, yes, but we're also in a business. I believe that if you give value to your patients, then you should charge for it and be rewarded for that. So do the patients feel they get the result? Are they willing to pay for it so that you can actually pay for the machine? And those are some of the key questions you have to ask when you purchase equipment. If all three of those are yes, then yes, it is a worthwhile investment. What I want to try to prove to people, and it's really in the early stages now, but I want to prove to them that yes, this actually makes you money. It is easier on your body. It will extend your career, because I had the injuries, and I can basically tell you that I was looking at probably not coming back to be able to do my job. So if it was easier and if it extends my career, then what is that worth? That is worth it's priceless, basically. If it allows you to practice for a longer period of time, then that's a worthwhile investment. So, when it comes to people making a decision on how to, whether it's worth the money, I hope you see it within the first 30 days, that you can see these results, you can get the reports from your patients. Basically, the patients actually tell you, hey, is it a worthwhile investment? And, the question is, are you going to pay for it? Can I add a little bit extra on top of whatever I'm charging now to basically pay for the machine? So that's, you have to ask yourself that. But it all starts with putting it in play, and absolutely making a good effort to go through the protocols, to learn the protocols, to practice